Hey everyone, welcome to Jabali Studio. I'm going to give you a brief overview of all the features and where to find everything in our studio. So you'll see that on our main start project, you can kind of describe your idea in this section here, and we can kind of help you make that idea come to fruition for your game. You can see your most recent projects, or you can go to your projects panel and kind of browse through all your existing projects and games that you've created. You can go to our templates view and scroll through a variety of templates that we already have that will jumpstart those ideas for you and kind of generate those games. If you click on an existing game that you want to edit, then you'll see that in the left side panel, we have our Bali agents who you can talk to and tell them what edits and changes that you need, kind of prompt them to make changes in the AI and so on. On the right panel, you can preview your game, browse through assets. So in this case, I'm looking at the image assets that were generated for this game, some of the audio. It's an interactive story. So there's a lot of audio files in here, as well as any animation models or otherwise. You can also look at the Godot scenes that were generated and scripts for the same. So these are the ones that the AI will kind of edit for you. Or of course, you can always make edits yourself if you're not really happy with something or want a small change. So in this case, if I were to make a change, I'm not going to, I'll revert that. But if I were to make a change, I could then save that change and then see that in the game. We also have this storyboard view where you can see how these scenes connect to one another and kind of drive the story or your game forward. So let's take a look at what previewing one of those games looks like. So you can start playing this game in this preview mode immediately, and all the edits that you just made will be reflected in that game. We also have sound that is on for that section. So for instance, let's start it with sound.
Orban Lisek is a cartographer from the helium-rich world, born among the drifting ship, constructed within the data forges beneath Sirius B. Morven 9 is an AI intellect. Sela Vedan is a veteran pilot. The command bridge of the starship flickers with electric dawn. Position us equidistant from the gate's spire. Let's minimize calyx.
So you saw there how we could kind of preview our game and like play test it. But let's take a look at how you would go about making your very first game with Jabali. So for that, we have to go back to that start screen. So you can always click on suggest an idea and it'll come back with some ideas so that you don't have blank page syndrome. But in this case, I know exactly what I want. I want to create a game which is kind of a crossing style arcade game, like a Frogger game, but about a spelunker in a cave underground dodging monsters and bats. And so I know in this case I want a 2D game, not a 3D game. I also don't want to do any code at all because I'm going to let the AI make all the decisions for me about art style, music, and so on. So I'm just going to use one of the existing templates that it suggests. As soon as I say that, you can kind of see it starts generating all these assets. It came up with the title for the game. It starts generating all the synopsis, the poster, and so on. And I'm not going to make any changes. I want to see what the AI comes back with. So I'm just going to say finish with AI, which will let the LLM, the Bali agents, kind of take control and start generating these assets. As they do generate, you can click on any of these assets and you can kind of scroll to see. So this is the background image it came back with. It wrote up a synopsis for the game based on that prompt I wrote about a Spelunker Underground. It also came back with a poster for the game. So you can see that it took into account that I wanted bats in this Spelunker cave, and I wanted like creepy crawlies. It also came back with a player character, which let's take a look. Okay, that's a Spelunker character, and that's about it. It's done. Once it's come back with all the game assets, you can immediately open the game in the same preview screen we saw before and start playtesting what the AI wrote for you. And over time, of course, you can make edits to the game until you're really happy with it, or talk to our agents on the left panel and make those changes. But for now, we're really excited to see what you're going to create with the studio. and what ideas you're going to kind of bring to life here. And we're really excited to play test and your published games. So, all the best from all of us.